From the campus to the car, the bullhorn to the microphone, it's the Charlie Kirk Show.
All right, welcome back to our Real America's Voice audience. It's Andrew Kolvet, executive producer of this show. Honored to be with you as always. Let me tell you quickly about one of our partners, and that would be YRefi. The great folks at YRefi. We love these people. They're amazing. They're so supportive. And by the way, they're making waves all over culture and beyond. It's not just what they do with Turning Point USA or the show. They're going into so many different arenas. We're so proud of them. And by the way, that is partly because of the support that you, this audience, provide to them, the trust that you give them in helping solve private student loan debt in the United States, which still totals about $300 billion. I wonder if we've made a dent in that just with this audience. I actually really wonder if we've got to update this $300 billion fact. But $45 billion is distressed, right? So YRefi refinances distressed or defaulted private student loans that others won't touch. They provide you with a custom loan payment. So it will fit into your budget, folks. So if this is you, just know that they will work with you. They'll fit it into your budget based on your ability to pay. It's not a debt resettlement company, and they work with each borrower individually, tailoring each loan to each borrower's specific situation. You will not be calling a faceless call center. YRefi does not care what your credit score is. They even allow you to skip a payment now and again. So go check out YRefi.com or call 888-YRefi-34, YRefi.com. Tell them that the Charlie Kirk Show sent you. They're amazing people, and we are so honored to be partnering with them. Just saw them a couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact, and it was just an amazing time. Always good to catch up with those guys. YRefi.com. We are going to dive into why the Democrats still have a fighting chance and how we can fix that. So don't go anywhere. Charlie Kirk on assignment. He'll be back in hour 2 with Kristi Noem and Tyler Bowyer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. Andrew Kolvet in for the one and only Charlie Kirk. He'll be back in hour 2 with Secretary Noem. I'm very excited about that. But here's the deal. You never see 0%. I want you to put that graphic back up. You never see 0% of anything. There's always like somebody that's like, everything's fine. 0%. If the poll is to be believed, this is absolutely unbelievable. And here's the truth. We want some Democrats to be happy with the direction of the country. We want a country that feels together and unified. We want the post-World War II unification of America. But here's the problem. In the same sense that we had to go through a wartime situation to get on the other side of that victorious, I believe that that's what we are looking at now. Sometimes in life, sadly, you have to go through baptism by fire. And we are a nation that was under siege from within. Democrats had completely lost their marbles. They still have. It's worse than ever. They're doubling down on every 80-20, 90-10, even a 99-1 issue. If you saw that poll, 99% of Americans are either believe that urban crime is either a massive problem or a problem at least. Only 1% didn't believe that it's a problem. So Democrats are doubling down on stupid. I could use more flowery language, but I will not for the censors. But listen, we want a country that agrees on basic things, okay? And we want some Democrats to be happy. But the bottom line is that there is an ideological rot that has infested the progressive mind in this country, and they simply cannot see their way out of it. They can't. And so the only option left before us as conservatives is that we win and they lose. And I hate to be so stark and put the dichotomy out there like that, but that's as simple as I can make it. We must win, they must lose. And we've talked about this before. We have a fork in the road coming. Two roads diverged in the wood. And the question is America going to take the one less traveled? The one less traveled is that we have national renewal, that we pull out of the spiral that this country has been in since 9/11, really. But really since 1990, if you want to go back. We could go back to the 1960s. We could go back to, many different points. You could even make an argument you could go back to World War I. But whenever this national state of decline began, most countries fall off a cliff. Now, Reagan gave us a little breath of air in the 1980s, a sense of resurgence, renewal, but the seeds were sown for some really bad things, and we are paying that debt now, whether that be immigration, amnesty, bloated defense budgets, debts, abortion, a drop-off of fertility, a drop-off of home ownership, a drop-off in traditional values and Christian values and church. A lot of things started in the 80s and 90s that we didn't have eyes to see because it took decades for the fruit to become fully ripe. And so we have a struggle to reverse the fertility trend, to reverse the migration trend, meaning we got to get foreigners that are here illegally out of the country, and frankly, we need an immigration moratorium. One of the things that you're seeing in that graph is that we have totally destroyed our demographics. And now I'm not saying I don't like brown people or black people. That's hardly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's something called cultural cohesion. We had a nation that made things, that created and innovative, and we still do. And we just said, well, let's just change the best country in the planet for no apparent reason. Let's just bring in people that don't speak our language, that don't share our values, who don't know who Thomas Jefferson is, that don't know who George Washington is, that don't know our founding story, that don't know the Magna Carta or the Constitution, for that matter, that don't understand common law. And I don't know why our leaders were hell-bent on importing the third world to this country, but they did, and now we need an immigration moratorium to set things right. Charlie agrees with this. I agree with this. Blake agrees with this. There is no need to be bringing in 1.2 million green cards every year of people that we don't know, that don't share our values, and that could become a leech on the system. We have had we have had a huge meal. It's not just one Thanksgiving. It's like 40 years of Thanksgiving and the largest movement of humanity in the history of the earth. And now we need time to digest it. If any country is capable of doing it, it is America. But goodness, we have not given ourselves the right situation to deal from. Did you know between 1925 and 1965, we had almost no immigration? Funny. Turns out to be a pretty happy country that we produced in those years. Ben Bergquam joins us next.